Stop sabotaging yourself. You deserve better. Welcome back, YouTube. Do you struggle with self-sabotaging? Never feeling like you're good enough, always feeling like there's more work to do, never giving yourself credit for what you've done, negative self-talk? Do you feel like you're in your own way and you're chasing a tail, you're just in a 360? Do you feel an internal battle between yourself, like you can't make a decision on what to do, or you can't let go of something that you messed up on? You can't forgive yourself. Do you struggle with forgiving yourself? If you deal with any of these, this video is for you. I know a lot of people personally that deal with these. I also struggle with this a lot. And somebody close to me told me something very eye-opening that was very relieving to this whole topic. It says self-sabotaging is a form of avoidance. That was my reaction. I'm like, what you mean though? They said it again, and I asked for an example. They explained it to me in like forms of avoiding success or avoiding change, avoiding failure, avoiding fears, commitments. Now let that sink in. Because I was like, damn! And it took me a minute. And I kept thinking about it all day long, which inspired me to make this video. Then it clicked for me. I deal with self-sabotaging and ideas of success or forgiving or feeling like I should be here or somewhere else, you know? This statement, self-sabotaging is a form of avoidance. The reason that was so relieving is because it shines light on your subconscious versus your conscious. When I Google what is self-sabotaging, it says intentional or subconscious actions and thoughts that undermines a person's long-term well-being and relationships, driven by fear, low self-worth, perfectionism. And then it goes on to say self-sabotage appears in various areas of life: work, academics, relationship, personal health, mindset. I'm just now Googling this. To jump off that definition, I want to say aiming for perfection is probably one of the dumbest things we all do as humans. What in this world is perfect? What in this world grows, acts, and does the same thing every single day, 25/8? Nothing. What is life without challenges? What is life if everything was just smiles and happy and we got everything we want? It feels like a fake world. Let go of the idea that you can be perfect. Accept your mistakes. I'm going to go on and talk about some lessons and tips I learned from dealing with self-sabotage and talking to some other people, some therapists and some mentors, and my father about this issue. So my first tip to addressing self-sabotage is gain the integrity to be honest with yourself, even in the hard things, even with things you've been struggling to accept. To overcome self-sabotaging, this is about identity, acceptance, and practice. You got to open your mind to accepting where you're going wrong and to be honest with yourself and to accept that you're not perfect and that it's okay to make mistakes. I have a whole list written down here of some lessons and tips through my personal life and through my mentors. Number 2, develop a list of boundaries, standards, wants, and needs, and your hell no's. This one's personal. You have to develop this for your personal life, because when you develop these things, it'll help you have more clarity and courage on what you no longer want to deal with, which may help that internal battle to make a decision. Self-sabotaging to me revolves around decision making a lot, or again, just your mental state in life. Number 3, write affirmations on your wall or write them every morning. When you look at these affirmations, slow down, take a deep breath, take the time to actually read it out loud, feel it. Like Tony Robbins say, try to change your state and get hyped and say it with a loud voice, say it with a loud pitch. Dig in there when you read these affirmations, because affirmations have to be more than just reading it. That's not always going to uplift you. Number 4, take actions on things that are good for you or something you've been wanting to do for a very long time. I feel like this is a big area where self-sabotage arises, because we put off things that we know we need to do, and then now you're beating yourself up because, oh, I got to do this by this time, or I was supposed to do this today, and then that's where negative thoughts then come in, thinking, I was supposed to do this today, oh, I'm such a failure, or, oh, it's going to keep getting piling up for me. Self-sabotaging is like a domino effect. As soon as you start to say something bad and you plant those seeds in your brain, it can continue to sprout and you can continue to beat yourself up. So take action on something that you've been wanting to do today. My 5th tip, invest in a structured mental health journal. I got one right here. I love this thing. This is about my 4th or 5th. Show you guys one I haven't written in yet. It's got what's on your mind, things that were fun, hard or stressful things, kind things I did for myself. How do I feel now? I go and write this one throughout the day. A freestyle down here for your notes, to-do list, your daily schedule, keeps track of your meals. I always start my mornings with what I'm grateful for, my intentions for the day. Then you got your sleep hours, vitamins, water, all of that. Very beneficial to track many different ways of your day. And my girlfriend actually got me on journaling. I just started to love it, man, after a while. It helped me tap in and realize that I've always loved writing when I can be creative. For me, a mental health journal has been very creative just to get it out, reflect. It's kind of like a releasing mechanism or a wind down technique. Instead of taking a glass of wine, or some people smoke cigarettes, instead of doing something damaging to help wind your body down, try to invest in a mental health journal. These are anywhere between 10 to 20 bucks. Mine was about 15. It's been life-changing, man. I've been doing it for a year straight now. It's really hard for me to say directly what's so beneficial about it other than you're getting your thoughts onto paper. And I can't emphasize it enough. You have to go try for yourself. It's something different about physically writing it on paper, not a computer, because that's a manufactured way of doing it. Getting those thoughts down on paper is just, it brings you clarity, it brings you courage, it brings you structure. It just helps you feel good, helps you feel relaxed. Give it a try. My 6th suggestion or tip for you dealing with self-sabotage is ask for an unbiased opinion on that specific sabotaging thought. Ask for an unbiased opinion is number 6. An unbiased opinion is so important because it gets you out of your norm. It puts your brain on a separate track. It gets you out of selfishness. It gets you out of your one-minded way of view. An unbiased opinion helps plant that new seed in your brain, and it might even bring you some clarity. If this person has some credential, it'll bring you some clarity and just new ideas for you to shift and reflect and see, is this really worth beating myself up about? Or am I actually doing better than I thought? Sometimes your brain can be your biggest enemy. Control your brain, don't let it control you. Number 7, write your accomplishments down, say them loud and proud. This is slightly different than affirmations. I struggle with this one big. I'm the type of person who just go. I'm very humble. I'm a hard worker, so I know there's always more work to be done. Like I said, you're a fool if you think you're perfect. You're a fool if you think you know it all. If you're still alive, you don't know it all. You still have another chance. There's another opportunity. So write your accomplishments down because it's so beneficial to your subconscious, your nervous system, and this whole topic. Like, if you are able to write your accomplishments down, and most importantly, go back and view them. That's where I struggle. Go back and read your accomplishments out loud, say them loud and proud. Think of that moment, put yourself in that moment. Slow the hell down when you reflect on your accomplishments, because you deserve to feel that fuel in your heart, that energy that you did that. You overcame that. You put in that work. You were scared. You did it once. You can do it again. And if it's new, that's the only reason it's hard. It's only hard because it's new. You're inexperienced from it. Write down your accomplishments. And most importantly, reflect on them. Whether you have to do this daily, once a week, when you're upset, reflect on your accomplishments so you can boost that confidence in yourself to understand you're doing better than your sabotaging mind is telling you right now. Number 8, practice forgiving and letting go. I made a video about forgiveness, so you can check that out and see how important forgiveness is. But I also struggle with forgiveness. I do. But forgiveness is for you, the individual hurting. It's not for the other person. I say practice letting go because we all have to accept that nothing's forever, nothing's permanent. A lot of things that we stress about are temporary or materialistic. So practice the idea of letting go and accepting that nothing's forever, and there is beauty in that. There's beauty in cherishing this unique moment right now that might not be there again. And there's beauty in understanding that that was my one and only time to experience it, but it's a matter of your perspective. Accept what is yours is coming to you and it will not pass you by. Accept that what is not yours is not meant for you and will keep going. You've heard this general statement before. Accept letting go and just being. Number 9, when dealing with self-sabotage, you should practice patience. As I was talking to my father or people close to me, they all kept pointing out my accomplishments and that I'm working towards it and that some things take time. I'm sure we all struggle with patience, right? It's really hard for me. I don't want to make this about me, so I'm not really sure as to I got more digging to do as to why patience is so hard for me, but I suggest you practicing patience by trying a mind game on the phone, trying a puzzle, a word scramble, a word search. I also wrote down, hang out with a younger sibling or a baby or babysit, Practice patience in your daily life because this world is only growing into more and more instant gratification. Nothing is instant in this life except for maybe a computer pressing a button is instant, but there's still a process in that. Nothing is instant in this life. Amazon and DoorDash and instant delivery, all this is delusion to our subconscious, thinking that everything is going to be gifted to us overnight. Look outside. It's March right now. I see the blooms on the tree, but I don't see no leaves. Ooh, you understand what I'm saying? Things take time to grow with everything in life, in this world. Just look around you. Things take time. It took time for humans to get to where we're at today. It really affects me in my daily life when things are so easily accessible, but I want to put in the work because I understand what comes with that. But I also struggle with the patience when putting in the work. So practice your patience and take a deep breath. That's been helping me a lot with patience. It's just being mindful, reevaluate the situation. Sometimes you have to take 5 or 10 breaths because you feel it inside, but practice your patience. I already said this earlier in the video, but I want to reemphasize. Number 10, one of the dumbest things we can do as humans is aim for perfection. It's not possible. Me and my bro was just talking about my bro Darius. I'm gonna tag him right here. He actually makes my outro beats and my intro beats. So shout out to my brother, go follow him. We were just talking about this the other day where nothing in nature has straight lines, and how humans should not be confined in boxes since the age of preschool, age of 5. Nothing is perfect in this world. So let it go, give yourself more grace. I struggle with this, not because I think I'm perfect. Like I said, I always know there's more work to be done. I struggle with variety sometimes, accepting that days can be different. A lot of my identity is wrapped in routines or discipline. So when that's shook in a day, sometimes that affect my mood or my ability to adapt in that day. So again, accept that nothing's perfect in this life. You got to give yourself grace and accept that we're humans. We're not supposed to be perfect. All of this is a lesson, and some things take time and some lessons take time. A lot of things you look back on and you see, damn, I needed that hard smack in the face for me to learn my lesson. Like my granny say, like my pop say, a hard head make a soft ass. You'll learn one day. Number 11, write down simple steps that you can take today. Like just 1 or 2. Don't stress yourself out. Make it as simple as possible. Debrief. Make it stupid. Make it so easy a child could do it. When you're dealing with self-sabotage, what's the first step you can take on that negative thought? Action leads to results, and action also gets rid of procrastination. Number 12, go hang out with someone who loves, supports, and understands you, and ask them their opinion on this self-sabotaging thought you may be having. Ask them for advice, ask them for tips. You always got to be careful with whose advice you take, but someone that you love or someone that's close to you, they're going to see the light in you. They're going to be able to acknowledge the things that you have done. They're going to be able to pull you out of that place. You know who that person is in your life, not me. Go talk to them. Ask them, am I tripping? And then proceed to go do something to act on that thought, whether that's write out that conversation, write out what you learned, or, you two go sit outside and have a conversation. Sit in nature. Nature brings a lot of clarity. Number 13, one of my biggest lessons for dealing with self-sabotaging thoughts is practice aimlessness. I heard this word in reading one of this book here, the Buddha. I just love their lifestyle and their mentality and their view on life. It's nothing against the religion, but I've learned a lot of eye-opening things through this book, and aimlessness was one thing that was listed in here for us to practice. It's the idea of just being, accepting that being alive is a blessing. Me recording this video is a blessing. Me being able to talk, hear, see, speak. I just said that. Feel, experience. That's all a blessing. It's okay to just be, because often I think we forget that a regular 9 to 5 is only a few hundred years old compared to 9 to 5 or job compared to a lifespan of humans, of mankind. Our purpose here on this earth is a lot bigger than just making a paycheck, showing up for work, keeping the same routine every day like I mentioned. Life is a balance of a lot of things, and I'm not here to describe to you what your life is or what I think life is, but I know that it's okay to just be sometimes, because when you step back, you can literally see, even as the smallest thing, you can literally see why some things happen for a reason. Like, there's been times I've driving home and something tells me park on the other side of the street, and then I see where my loved ones' cars are parked, and that me parking there was a necessity. So if you look and see, you can see that after some time, you can see why things happen. Look how all creatures and all elements in this world play a role in Earth. Again, practice aimlessness, meaning I don't need to aim to reach nowhere else. I don't have to be nowhere else. I don't have to complete this goal to be a better version of myself. No. Everything you need is already within you to become everything you want to become. It's okay to just be, because whatever happens to you today, whatever experience you have today is setting you up for tomorrow, and on and on and on and on. I talked to myself with this one too. I needed this one. I continue to practice this one. Practice aimlessness. Don't aim to be nowhere else. Just be you. Look within and pull out those spiritual fruits, those spiritual gifts, that spiritual faith. I say take care of yourself and take care of your health. I hope these were some good lessons or tips. I'm just gonna put both of it on the title. I hope these can help you going forward. I hope you can pull up this video when you're going through it. I know that's hard to do, to reference something when you're in a bad frame. I hope that you learn to love yourself. I hope that you learn to accept yourself, accept your failures, and understand that failures is just redirection. Failure is just a lesson. If you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't try, you don't fail. If you don't fail, you don't get to the next step. And if you don't fail, you don't learn to perfect it. Health is wealth. There's only one you in this universe. You only get one life. Make sure you're at peace in here and in here, and spend your life trying to find that peace, working on that peace, upholding that peace, and pass along your fruits to others. Uplift strangers, help strangers. We all need it. Stop self-sabotaging, because it does you no good. Worry does you no good. Doubt does you no good. It's okay to just be. Practice your faith. Believe in yourself and love yourself. Why not? Not why. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Again, take care of yourself. Take care of your health. That's more important than anything else. Feed your soul. Let's go.